Good morning, boys and girls. It's lovely to be with you this morning. I'm wondering, can you remember what your 5 senses are? Remember Esther told us about them last week? I'll give you a moment to have a think. So we have our sense of taste, and we taste with our tongue. We have our sense of smell, and we smell with our nose. We have our sense of sight, we see with our eyes. We have our sense of hearing, and we hear with our ears. And lastly, we have our sense of touch. And today we're going to be playing a guessing game using our sense of touch. I've hidden a couple of objects in this bag, and Callum is going to describe what they feel like using his sense of touch. And if you can guess what they are, I want you to shout out really loudly, and I'm sure Callum and I will be able to hear you. Okay, so off we go, Callum.
It's furry,
Okay.
fluffy, squidgy, has 2 arms and 2 legs.
Okay, I wonder, does anybody know what it is? Yes, you're right, it is a...
Teddy.
It's a teddy. Well done. Okay, let's go for number 2. Okay, just use your sense of touch.
It's hard, it's smooth,
Okay.
it has 4 rubber wheels.
Okay, so it's hard, it's smooth, it has 4.
rubber wheels.
Okay, anybody, any ideas? Yes, well done. It's a
Car.
car. Okay, and the last one, let's see if we get this one right.
It's hard,
Okay.
it's a sphere, I think you can bounce it.
Okay, any ideas? It's a
Ball.
It's a ball. Brilliant. Well done. Today we're going to be reading about a woman who reached out to touch Jesus. This lady was sick, and she had been sick for 12 years. And I want you to have a think about a time that you've been unwell and the sorts of things that you did to try to get better. Maybe your mum or dad took you to the doctor, or maybe they gave you some medicine, or maybe you just had to stay in bed for a few days and have a rest so that you would get better. This lady had tried all of these things, and she had spent all of her money visiting the best doctors, but unfortunately nothing had worked. But when Jesus visited her town, she knew exactly what she had to do because she believed Jesus could heal her. She crawled through the crowd and stretched to reach out and touch the edge of Jesus's robe. At that very moment, she was healed. Jesus stopped and turned around. "Who touched me?" Jesus asked. The disciples didn't understand. Jesus was in a crowd. Everyone was touching him. But Jesus said, "Someone with faith touched me. I felt power go out from me." Slowly and nervously, the woman stepped forward and bowed down before Jesus. She told him about her long illness and how she longed to be well again. "I knew that if I could touch even your coat, I would be healed," she said. Jesus smiled at her kindly. "Dear woman, you are healed because you believed. Go in peace." No one had been able to heal the woman, not even the best doctors. But when she touched Jesus, she was instantly healed. What was impossible for people was possible for Jesus because Jesus is God. It says in the Bible in Luke chapter 18, verse 27, Jesus replied, "What is impossible with man is possible with God." Jesus was the only one who could heal the woman. And it's the same for us. Jesus is the only one who can heal us and save us from our sin. Even though some people try lots of different things to be good enough to get to heaven, it's only by putting our faith in Jesus that we are saved. In the story, Jesus was in a crowd when the woman touched him. There were lots of people bumping into him and pushing past, but Jesus felt her individual touch. And Jesus knows each of us individually because we are special to him. And Jesus is never too busy to hear about our own individual needs. In your pack, you should have a colouring sheet to go with the story for this week. And when you're finished, you could ask a grown-up to take a photograph of your colouring and email it to church because we would love to see it. Thank you so much for listening so well this week, and see you soon.